Hello, hello. Oh, it's you again. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. And, it's really hard to not say 14 after that. But, since last time, I said last time I was gonna level up to level 7. But I decided that I was close enough in level, to not care about that. And also that we had enough money to, just go ahead and buy some other things. I bought 12 pure potions, 7 heals, and I went back to Corneria and bought a few tents. I just bought the iron armor for Tamir. And, we're gonna find a second iron armor in the southern portion of the marsh cave, so there's no reason to buy a second. And so, we should be fine like this. Our most fragile party member is Carl, but he'll get slightly more durable on the way there when he levels up to level 7. And we should be fine. I should actually be asleep right now, but I kinda pissed off my boss at work and... well, I didn't lose my job, but... man, it's the kind of thing, yeah, you get chewed out, you always think about quitting. I might leave this in. It's not taking too long. Yeah, definitely leveling this one in. Got level ups. Yeah, like I was saying, I didn't lose my job or anything, but you know, it's like whenever you get chewed by your boss, even if it's like sort of like a passive aggressive, like, you know, I'm the boss, you're the worker, you know, do the job thing. You know how bosses are. But the complication of it is... I actually really like my boss. And, like, I've worked with her there for 2 years, and I've worked there longer than she has. I mean, I've worked there for 3 years, so this is kind of one of those things. We want to use our tents to heal up, not only because they're more item efficient for healing, but because they also save the game. And we conserved our spell charges, and it's kind of sad that I didn't go ahead and get that level last time, because I could have had 2 charges at level 3. But we don't really need any spell charges. But they'll help. I mean, it'll be okay. We have one this time. We didn't have one last time we went in the cave. We want to look at the armor thing to take him up to 7. And we might also consider unequipping his nunchucks now. His damage rating goes down. But even though he doesn't have 32% hit yet, the black belt attacks with both fists, 1 hit per fist. And so when he gets up to 32 hit, he'll actually be doing 4 hits. And the way it works is his damage rating for his fists is his level times 2, I think. But strength might play into it somehow, I don't really remember. Pretty sure it's just level times 2. So, he'll be doing 2 hits now that have a damage rating of 14, which is pretty much as good as the red mages now with the scimitar, but better because he'll be hitting twice. So, we'll try that out, we'll see how that goes. And, yeah, we got the iron armor on Tamir, so that'll work out pretty well. And we'll get a second one of those. So... last time we went to the north, and as a result, there's gonna be some rooms. Oh, these guys again. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but see, 2 hits, 28 damage. a little bit more effective than the nunchucks, or a little bit more accurate because the enemy has to evade 2 hits. It's fairly simple. I might not edit out as many battles this time around, just because when they happen really close together in frequency, like, it's super hard to, or at least for me right now, I'm not that much of an editor. But yeah, it's real hard to edit out everything. Oh, this battle again. Well, actually, I don't think we've seen the red bone. The last time we got in a fight with crawls and bones, it was 2 crawls and 4 regular bones. But that's a red bone. And we'll be focusing on killing him after we kill the crawl. I probably should have had everyone else attack the crawl too. There's only 1 crawl this time, so it can only paralyze 1 person per turn. And half the time he should strike Tamir, but okay. Have them take out that. Check out another one of those bones. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's much more consistent. The problem with the nunchuck is the nunchuck has higher damage by quite a lot. But he's gonna more consistently hit with his fists. Bare fists also have crit rate proportional to his level. So like right now his crit rate's 7%. He's got the highest crit rate in the party. And he's gonna stay that way the whole game. He'll always have the highest crit rate compared to anyone else. Well, I guess it won't be true immediately. In the relatively near future. Oh, look at that, that was a lot of gold. But, yeah, the black belt is really cool. Oh shit, gargoyles. These things, they're not much of a fight for this composition, but for like an all-thief party, or like any party that's majority mages, these things can tear you apart. You notice they're hitting multiple times. The lower you absorb, like if they start hitting Carl, they'll be hitting him for like 3 hits, 35 damage or something. And you can run into, I think up to 5 of these things in here at once. Possibly more. And in other locations, you can run into 9 gargoyles at once. And they got some really nasty cousins later in the game. And I mean really nasty. They kind of look like the fucking Mothman. Yeah, but see, empty treasure box. I think that would have normally had the large dagger in it. I can't really remember though. Even though I know going to the northern section is more or less worthless, I can't seem to stop myself from doing it every time I play through this game. Uh-oh, we got some poisonous things. I hate poisonous things. Okay, so the arachnid is pretty defensive. We'll have both our fighters go after that. You can go after the muck. And ice actually works decently against scum, if I remember right. So, yeah, 88 damage. Weak to ice. It's weak to ice and fire. Or, well, I guess there aren't weaknesses in this game, but, like, it doesn't have any resistance to the spell, so the spell... Or it has negative resistance? I can't remember exactly how it works, but the point is... ice works. Okay, so whenever anyone gets poisoned, they get moved to the back row automatically. So this is what the black belt looks like on the map. And that annoying sound is poison draining all of our HP. We don't want that. We want to switch our party back up, and we want to go ahead and use some of our pures. And hopefully not get poisoned for the rest of the trip. But, heal up a little bit. Okay, and in here, we get the second iron armor. So, yeah, we saved even more money by knowing what was ahead. And I'm gonna trade the, wooden helmet up to Tamir. Since he's in the front, he takes half the attacks. So that, like, 2 extra absorb or whatever it is, yeah. Comes at the cost of 2 evasion, but I definitely want him to have the most absorb. Okay, so I think I commented in the first video that spiders can poison you, and I think I was wrong. I think only arachnids can. Spiders just, you know, they're their weaker cousin, and they look like they can. Oh, come on. So, theoretically, if we kill the arachnids, we can use, like, Pure Potion in fight to remove that poison and not have to deal with the select menu. We'll see. Yeah, the drink command is how you use your heal potions or your pure potions in battle. But other than heals and pure potions, a lot of the other, like the other status healing things like softs, they can't really be used in combat. So that's kind of a whole thing. And here we get a house. Man, I wish it was that easy in real life. Ah, 3 scums? Oh dear. We'll fight him, but only because I got extra ice charges to use this time around. Now what we're hoping for out of Tokka, Tamir, or Carl is that they get a critical hit, because that will bypass defense. Yay, they bypassed the defense. Okay. We'll just hope for another crit. I don't really care about blasting another one out of the sky with ice. I believe these things are set to have 255 absorb. But the way critical hits work is that they add, I think, whatever your strength plus your damage is to whatever your base damage against the target is. So like our base damage is always 1 because it has maximum absorb. It's impossible to deal 0 damage unless you miss, so that's kind of nice. Please, somebody get a crit. I think the scums have like 21 HP or something, obtuse like that. I can't really remember, I just know... Okay, no, it's not even 21. Yeah. They're basically meant to be annoying and encourage you to, if you didn't start with a mage of some sort, go back and start with a mage of some sort. And then here we have a boss fight, and they're regular enemies, more or less, but at this stage, they're kind of more of a boss. And, we're gonna want to heal up as much as we can before we fight them. And then hope that we don't get... You can run into 2 to 4 of them on this tile, guaranteed, every time you walk on the tile in front of that box. There's a lot of guaranteed encounter tiles in this game. And, yeah. So here we fight the wizards. And we've lucked out, and we only have to fight 2 of them. So it's not that bad, but it could be kind of bad. We'll see. They're really resistant to magic, but they have fairly high physical defense, and they have really high physical attack for this part of the game. Yeah, see, 29 damage. That's with iron armor on. Oof. My magic was mostly resisted. Yeah, whatever. Physical attacks. We could use fire too, but we've almost got them anyway, and they're not really that hard, especially for this composition. But like, in an all-thief party, man, they'll kill you. Like, you could be level 10 and they'd kill you. And here we found the crown. So let's take that back to the Elf King, or whatever. There's some more rooms to the south, but they're locked by the magic key. Man, a whole group of werewolves? Are you... Oh my god. Okay, this is the perfect time to showcase Fire 2. Nice damage, Carl. Nice damage. Shazam! Shazam! Ah, beautiful. I stole every kill! I have an unfair advantage now. Maybe I shouldn't implement that kill counter that I said I was going to implement, but then realized it would be too hard to edit in every single time, because I don't know enough about Adobe Premiere yet to implement such a thing in an easy manner. I'm going to help out Toka. Because at this point, he's kind of wielding a butter knife. I say as he does more damage than Tamir for some reason. Maybe I should have helped out Carl. But then again, I missed anyway. Oh, see? But see, I had the damage amounts almost exactly correct. Carl took 36 damage from a 12 damage per hit. 7 absorb. I love it when I'm right, even if it's about small stuff. Oh, we're out of heal potions. Well, hopefully we don't run into anything super crazy bad on the way out. We could run into a complement of scorpions, and that could possibly kill somebody. And then I'd have to increase the death counter, which I am going to keep around, because those aren't going to be very frequent. Okay, we're going to have the first 3 people attack the crawl. I'm gonna work on taking out the wimps. Man, that's another reason I shouldn't really implement a kill counter, because like sometimes you get into battles like this where there's a priority target and you really need to take it out. But then, you know, everyone else starts getting kills because everything else has less HP or is less of a priority, or like one person gets a skewed amount of kills because they casted magic, while everyone else went for the problem target. The one thing I wish this game showed you, or like did better as far as battle is concerned, is I wish that, like, there was like, initiative numbers, or like, you know, in later games they have like the ATB bar. But, like, I wish they showed you, like, initiative, like, maybe little numbers going over the enemy's heads, or, like, over the players' heads, to, like, show, you know, who's gonna go first and last every turn. So this isn't edited out, definitely, for sure. probably leave this one in. Show off the dark thing. Maybe I should tell myself that sort of thing in my head instead of saying it out loud. But with the headset on and the microphone near my mouth, I'm conditioned to talk at this point. Since I guess I'm a hobbyist Let's Player with a... I wanted to say it's respectively small YouTube channel, but the truth is it's still ridiculously small, and I'm pretty sure I've got most of my subscribers out of pity. Okay, so we could use a tent or a house right now, but I want to save that. I want to go ahead and go give this crown to the Elf King, and we might rest up when we get up there. We'll see. It depends on how beaten up we get. The beautiful thing about this party composition is that the majority of the hits, theoretically 75% of the hits, are going into the fighters and doing almost nothing. Kind of an annoying thing about poison, but oh well. We don't have to worry about poison too much from here on out. And now, we can't sell items in this game other than armor and weapons. So when you have items that you find, like a house or a tent or a cabin, there's no point in hanging on to them to try to get money. You just want to use them whenever you feel like it. And we could save this for later, because it would come in handy a little bit later, but we're going to find like another one, I think, and plus we can buy them anytime. So, I'm just use this to save a little bit of time, and use the tent afterwards to solidify the save. And now we're going to go in here and give this guy the crown. Maybe he'll tell us where to find Astos. Ha ha ha! I am Astos, King of the Dark Elves. I have Matoya's crystal, and you shall give me that crown now. Man, he looked like a fucking demon. Don't look like an elf at all. Okay, so we're about to get really, really well acquainted with the reset button. Astos is incredibly dangerous. His first turn, he almost always casts the spell Rub, which is a level 6 black magic spell that inflicts instant death. And we're pretty low level, and so we don't really have that much magic defense, and that's the only thing it checks against. So he's got like a 3/4 chance of just killing any of us, like right off the bat. And I will add to the death counter and the reset counter every time I reset it. But as you saw, like, we just saved the game, and this is one of the few times where I totally believe in save scumming to keep everyone's level sort of thing. And he is susceptible to mute, but I janked it. Oh, sweet, he didn't use Rub. That's like, he's got like a 80% chance to use Rub. And as you can see, his physical defense is ridiculously high, so our physical fighters are kind of depending on crits. Didn't land mute again. If you can get mute to land, he gets neutered. It's pretty great. That is not great. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset it. Where's the reset button? Okay, there it is. I hope you're ready to see me walk into this castle like 20 more times. I'm not going to read the dialogue every time. Also, if this takes too long, I will edit. But that's one for the deaths and one for the resets. We could just go all out and try to kill him, but I totally want to show you that mute works. So... Silenced! He cannot kill us with Rub now. Okay, we've got him. Ineffective, because he can't actually cast things. Take that, you bitch. And he's really resistant to magic, but it's gonna do more damage than physical attack ever could from a red mage at this point. So he can't. He's a mage, so he mostly can't. Despite his high physical defense, he's basically no threat to us now unless the silence wears off, which I don't think that it can. So, yeah, he hit me for 30 damage. That could have been bad if it crit, but eh. And I think he's got 100 and I want to say 132 HP. So it'll take us a few rounds to get him, unless we just get some lucky crits right away. Magic is more or less the way to go if you're a low level, if you've got it. An all thief party, you need to basically be level 10. And yeah, we got him. And yeah, look at that. Look at that. 2,000 gold. 562 experience points. Ooh, and we get level ups. Excellent. I love it when Carl gets strength. Excellent. Excellent. Beautiful. Oh. Oh, so beautiful. Two more levels and Carl will be doing 4 hits, baby. And 1 more level for me to do 2 hits. Although, now that we've defeated Astos, we actually got the crystal. And it's a crystal ball. So we need to take that to Matoya. And, you remember where her cave is, right? I could just meet you back there. In fact, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna edit out, like, the entire trip. Maybe not. There's no reason to fully edit out the game. I imagine doing like an unbroken speedrun of this game is kind of like ridiculous. Because you either have to just accept game overs or get super lucky the first time. And Astos, he's not that hard to get super lucky against because he really doesn't have that much HP. When I did an all thief playthrough a while back, I basically reset it. I had to reset it, I think, about 18 times to get my first victory with the All Thief party. Because Astos is capable of casting Lit 2, and I think Lit 3 even. And I think Fire 2 as well. And when he does that, it basically kills any party. Like, Mute. If you can get Mute to land, that's the way to go. As I was saying, in case I edit that out, you know, if Astos casts magic on your party, you know, somebody dies usually. So, you know, if you've got somebody who can mute him, like a white mage or a red mage, it's really, really invaluable. fighters attack the top one. What am I, retarded? At least the guy who got poisoned was already in the back row. I don't think we've seen an Odd-Eye before. Even though they're large enemies, they're very weak. They have decently high evasion, and all they do is gaze and try to paralyze party members. And I think they ignore formation. I can't confirm it because I don't really do a lot of research before I decide to record a game. I just go off my memory, but I'm pretty sure there's some monsters in the game that ignore your formation. Like, they won't attack the fighters, you know, the top person or the second person as often. They'll just attack whoever, you know, one quarter chance. Yeah, and I don't know which monsters those are, but I don't know which monsters those are, but I have a heavy feeling that it's most bosses and a few unique enemies that only do like status ailments. Oh, I didn't know you could run into bones in the forest up here. What the hell? That's a new one to me. I mean, I don't know everything about all this game. There's still stuff about this game I was finding out, like, last year, and this game is older than I am by about 3 or 4 years. It was released in 87, but it was created in 86. Or, well, I think. Anywho. The prince needs herb? I'll trade the most powerful herb to get my crystal back. Oh, I can see. Ah, great, there's a garbage truck outside. Sorry if you hear that. But yeah, Matoya hooked us up with the good shit. So, I'll meet you back in Elfland. By the power of editing. Alright, we're back in Elfland, and, let's see. We've got 8,000 money, so we might as well stop off and buy some spells. Oh, stay at the end first, because we get our spell charges back. As a kid, I always used to follow my brother's advice, and, you know, he was always concerned about saving up the money, so, like, he was like, never stay at any inn except Corneria's unless you really have to. And, so we would always, like, go all the way back to Corneria for the inn, unless, like, we were just dying. And we always, like, regretted it, like, we hated ourselves sometimes, or at least I did, when we had to, do anything else. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm paying 100 G's for the inn, you know? Let's see, I don't have a level 8 spell charge until level 9, or level 4 spell charge, rather. Level 8, that would be ridiculous. But, yeah, spell list is coming along nicely, and, yeah. So, anywho. Guess we gotta give the herb to his attendant. Oh, this herb will release the prince from Astos' curse. Look, he's waking. Is this a dream? Are you the Light Warriors? Is this for real? So as legend says, I give you the mystic key. I feel fine now. Thank you. It didn't really seem like it was not peaceful. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, we got the Mystic Key. And this is, like, the best part of the game. Because now, there's all these Mystic Key doors that have been locked. And I haven't shown off very many of them. But we are about to go on a crusade. Okay, let's open from this order. Copper gauntlets, those are currently fighter only. Money, more money, that's good right now. And a silver hammer, okay, well. So let's see. Toka's got a hit rate of 50, or 41. The silver hammer adds 5 hit rate and has a damage rating of 12 and a crit rate of 7%. So it has a lower hit rate than the scimitar, but because he's not at a multiple of 32 yet, he doesn't lose a hit and he only gains damage. So he doesn't have quite as high damage as Tamir now, but he's got a better crit rate. And I think it had better, it had better damage. So that'll be interesting for a little while, and it'll serve us while we sort of do this sort of thing. And we can give the copper gauntlets to Tamir for now. So he's up to 31 absorb. Self say anything interesting? He just tells me the obvious. Why they couldn't give me the Mystic Key to... I'll show this battle off to show off the mithril thingy. Or the silver hammer. But why they couldn't give me the Mystic Key so that I could have an easier time killing Astos in the first place, I don't know, but meh. Could be worse, I suppose. Ooh, 122 damage on a crit. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Toka. You Warhammer swinging god of war. It's kind of funny. I mean, I'm gonna sell that hammer eventually. Like, it's not... it is like a stopgap weapon. And wouldn't normally get... Someone remind me to stop talking in the middle of battles that I'm probably going to edit out. I probably should have bought some more Pures, but oh well. Okay, so let's go up to... Okay, so we just gotta go around. And these boxes that are in Astos' castle, they actually have some pre-planned encounters on each tile that's directly in front of the box. So you can skip the boxes completely. And we got some interesting stuff. We got iron gauntlets, which we will give to Tamir, and we'll hand down the copper ones to Toka. And, we got some weapons. We got a falcon, or falchion, or whatever, which I think has the same attack power as the short sword, but a higher crit rate. Let's see. 28. Oh, yeah. So it's basically the short sword, but thieves can use it. So if you have a thief, this would be the first actual, like, really good sword for them. And we also have the power staff, which, I believe is only as strong as the silver hammer, and it gives absolutely no hit rate, so it's not worthwhile right now. And honestly, it's not worthwhile at all, but you can sell it for over 6,000 gold. But interestingly, because of where it appears in the data, it has a 14% crit rate, which is pretty great. So I might use it if Toka gains a level at any point, even though there's no real reason to. But, yeah. And I'm going to show you these forced encounter tiles, just to show you what they are and also get a little more money. Mummies! Whoa! They're weak to fire and to the harm spells. As you can see, their normal attack puts you to sleep. If they put you to sleep before you attack, then your turn gets wasted. I think they have about 90 HP. I don't know if I'm talking out my ass, though. Decently high defense. If there were more than 2, I would just blow them away with a Fire 2 spell. But I kind of want to try to go back to the Marsh Cave again, and get some Mystic Key items that are in the Marsh Cave. 600 Gs. This is actually a pretty decent place to money farm, if you're looking to, so don't be afraid to. Images. These hit really hard, and they have, I think, like 95 HP? I don't really remember. But they're weak to fire and harm, so we're going to try to blow them away with Fire 2. Shazam! Delicious money. I think this is more mummies. Oh yes, it's more mummies. And this time there's 4 of them. And since there's 4 of them, we'll blow them away. Of course, one of them lives because of a low. It actually resisted. Deep sigh. So, there isn't really a biscuit to risk it for, so I'm gonna go back to Elfland, but then I will meet you over at the Marsh Cave. Well. I might split this recording into 2. I've been recording for over an hour, and I know after the trim it's gonna get shorter. But, or well, the cuts, anyway, but... Oh, level 9. Okay, we get to keep this battle in. Excellent level up, spiders. Excellent level up, Carl. And then I shafted myself again. Although, getting agility on Red Mage is actually pretty important, so that's fine. I'll settle for just agility. He said, assuming that it wasn't bugged. So we just want to go straight south. We don't want to bother with any of these other rooms. I'm leaving this in. He lied. Oh, yeah, my Red Mage is up to doing 4 hits now. How about that? The good thing about coming down here to get this is it's not a good use of your time. Like, you could skip it, because you'd just be able to buy the contents of this chest, like, right away. Oh, this is getting fired, too. I don't care. I will not fight 6 werewolves and just wait for everyone to get poisoned. It's ridiculous. This is my life. Of course. Whatever. At least nobody else got poisoned in that fight. I'm sorry, Tamir. You must tank for me. Just pretend that you're on Gunbreaker. Really? That was more werewolves, and I've used up all my Fire 2 charges. Man, this episode's gonna be a pain to edit. I'm gonna be doing so much editing that my hands turn blue or something. Oh, I got my order all out of whack. Not that it matters, it's just... well... And here we have another fight with wizards. Now that my red mage does 2 hits, though, even with the scimitar, I think we'll be okay to just use physical attacks. Yeah, we're just fine using physical attacks. Ow! Jesus, he's got 33 absorb! Stop being whores. Oh my god. Stop that. Thank you. Yay, money. But, oh no, Tamir got his butt whooped. Yeah, just in case I'm killing Carl. Really? Oh, cobras. I guess this is a guaranteed thing. Now, despite being named cobras, which is a highly venomous snake in real life, the cobras in this game would be better called like anacondas or constrictors or something, because they don't poison you at all. They have a lot of HP relative to being a small type enemy. This is the first place you can encounter them. Ow! They're not really too much of a threat, but you can... I don't know if it's on this tile, but later you can run up to 9 of them in a fight. They can kind of add up and swarm you. But for that, for all this effort, we get a silver bracelet. And the silver bracelet gives just as much absorb as chainmail, but has less of an evasion penalty. So that's gonna, like, Carl isn't gonna be naked again until, like, level 18 or something. So, yeah. Of course, chainmail level defense isn't really that great, you know, against the monsters that we keep running into, right? Like those mages and the, you know, other stuff. Like the mucks. You know what? I'll just meet you back outside and, all the way at Corneria. I will meet you at Corneria. Alright, hello, I'm back at Corneria. And they had a whole Magic Key segment. And, we're gonna go take it from them. If I could remember the right way to walk. Walking is hard, apparently. Also, it's a little bit awkward doing the huge jumps around. I'll probably limit how much I do that. This is really the only time in the game where there's a whole ton of, like, Backtrack, 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 backtrack. And, but I mean, it's all worth it. This is like where you really start gearing up. Silver Dagger! Saber! You're telling me you have stuff I could have bought in the shop other than the Mithril Dagger? That's ridiculous. Alright. Iron Shield, not bad. And more iron armor. What, did you expect us to have 3 fighters? Whatever. Okay, so we can give the iron shield to Tamir. And man, we're gonna have to sell stuff soon. Or actually, we should probably just go sell stuff in town real quick. I can edit that out too. I've gone mad with power. The power of editing. Although I gotta admit, like, the whole editing process, it really... Like, in one way, it makes it more enjoyable to watch, but in another way, it kinda, like, complicates things, because I have to put a lot more thought into how I play, but also, you know, what's going on screen. Like, am I gonna edit this part out later? Will I keep this part in? You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, there's another, remember, yeah, I said there were treasures on the right side. Temple of Chaos, or Fiends, or whatever it is. You know where Garland kidnapped Princess Sarah. Yeah, there's a couple of really good items we can get. I'm going back here right now. I do like it. I do like it when games make you backtrack a little bit, because I like revisiting areas. And here we have another mandatory gargoyle fight. Or tile, rather. I don't think gargoyles are weak to fire at all, but might as well. And we get a rune sword. And the rune sword is really good. It has 15 accuracy, and it has, I think it's 18 attack? Yeah. And so it's basically a silver sword with 2 less damage, but it has 5 more crit rate. It's got a crit rate of 14. I also just realized I should be able to show off the Power Staff now. Because he'll still have 2 hits with it. It also has a crit rate of 14. But it won't be a long-term thing because his damage rating is only 12. And yep, this is staying in. Maybe you'll get to see the new weapons. Hey look, there's the Power Staff. Yeah. And here we had another... Ooh, it's purple. That's hot. Aw, you missed, Soka. You missed! How could you miss using a staff that has no accuracy bonus on it? Boom! Critical hit. Yeah. See? It's not that mages are weak or staffs are weak, or well, I guess it's not that staffs are weak, it's that mages are weak, baby. Alright, well, I think I'm going to draw it to a close here. we get the Were Sword. That's a broadsword. Same damage rating as the Rune Sword, but it has a 13% crit rate because it appears like earlier in the data or whatever. So if I hadn't gotten level 9 on the way here, which I probably wouldn't have, didn't go back to the Marsh Cave the third time. This would be the weapon that would allow my Red Mage to get 2 hits in at earlier levels, basically being a Silver Sword -1. These weapons are also supposed to be super effective against monster family types. Like the Were Sword is supposed to be super effective against wolves and wolf-like enemies. The Rune Sword is supposed to be super effective against spellcasters. And there's one more specialty sword we can get right now thanks to the Mystic Key, but honestly, I've let this episode go on for way too long because I just wanted to play the game and de-stress after work and my boss, and it'll probably be like 50 minutes or longer as is, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. Thanks for watching, like and sub if you'd like, and the next one will be back to around 40 minutes or less, or I'll try to keep it down, but between this time and next time, I'm not going to do any grinding still. I'm just gonna move along, and I'll meet you back in Corneria next time. So, stay safe, and have a great day.